2 cents review on American Hustle, one of the better films of 2013. Despite a very negative and kind of disturbing theater experience, this film didn't deter from that experience. It actually made me understand how great this film was, because I was uncomfortable throughout, but I kept getting pulled into this movie despite the steaming sauna that I sat in during watching this movie, and the annoying person behind me who kept shouting "wow" every 5 minutes during a certain plot point in this film. Despite all that, this film is great, and it made me understand how great this film is. So what do I love about this film? David O. Russell's direction, who I have commented in the past that he's one of the better filmmakers, not of our era, but also of all time. He has a unique ability in this film to be subtle and flashy at the same time, and there's always something happening in every single scene, but he never tips his hat too much. It's very smart that way. And there's always a lot to see. There's always a lot to see in this film, especially. This is one of those movies that you have to watch the second or the third time, and the more you'll watch it, the more you'll like it. I consider it has that kind of Goodfellas kind of quality, that Goodfellas tone in this film, but it has a little bit more heart than I believe in than Goodfellas. This is a movie that has something for everybody. It doesn't matter who they are. Somebody's going to enjoy this film, whether it's the cool art direction and wardrobe that people like to look at, the flashy 70s soundtrack, or the very clever plot. People will like this film for many different reasons. The theme can be discussed too, which thematically, what is this film about? Is it a movie about a con man and a con woman gaining a soul? Is it a movie about ambition and how you lose yourself along the way? Or is it a metaphor for the 1970s and how the world changed from black and white to a world of gray? But the world was always gray. It's just that the perception of what people wanted to see is changed now. So the 70s was changing a lot of things, and it's about the con man world where in order to con somebody, they can con somebody by them just seeing the world of black and white, and then you mix in the gray, and that's how you con someone, because everybody wants to see what they want to see. And generally people want to see that very black and white world. So after Vietnam, after Watergate, after the assassinations of some very brilliant men, by the time 1978 rolled around, people were very distant. We're kind of like more aware about how the higher ups per se, and how they perceived the world, and how basically it wasn't the old happy-go-lucky 1950s. It wasn't the very black and white kind of good against versus evil World War II. There was more mixtures of gray, and this is what's going on in the 1970s. The performances are out of this world. Russell gives a viewer a lot. It is a very busy film, and he kind of pulls it off too, where he gives a lot of these actors a very character-driven films. And Christian Bale is out of this world in this film. Like, you know, though it's documented that he gained weight and etc., but he's the main character in this movie, and he pulls it off from beginning to end. And after his performance in Out of the Furnace and in this film, this is perhaps the greatest acting performance in movies in movie history, because those two performances are so dynamic, and he can win a best Oscar nomination for both of them, or perhaps they'll cancel each other out and not get one at all. But basically, because there's so many other great performances this year. But Bale, the guy's amazing in this film, and he someone once pointed out to me, a girl pointed out to me after this film, is that he may lose his hair and gain 50 pounds for this role, but there's still that sexy quality of Christian Bale, and the more he looks like the more out of sorts he feels, and the more out of shape he is, that sexiness still eludes him in his performance, and that's what this performance needed. It needed a guy who was confident but didn't look too good on the surface, and that's the metaphor for this character. And basically, Bale pulls it off. It's a great film. I love it. That's my 2 cents.